Hey Houston, it's Dinko the Realtor, and I'm going to give you 3 quick tips in order to become a first-time home buyer in the great state of Texas. Now, before we get into that, the housing market has been coming down for a couple of consecutive months where home prices have been coming down. I have told some of my home buyers to stay on the sidelines and wait for the market to go down further. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, watch the other videos about the housing market. That way you're a much more informed first-time home buyer. And now let's get into the quick tips. So the first tip is you don't need that big down payment in order to become a homeowner in Houston. You don't need 20% down. So let's take a look at this article here real quick. Do you have to put 20% down when buying a house? And that actually was a reality until the 1950s. And before the 1950s, you actually had to have 50% down until the 1930s, and you only had about 5 to 7 years in order to pay off that mortgage. But as the population boom skyrocketed and as home prices have been going up decade over decade in the US, things had to change. So the down payment is no longer required to be 50 or 20%, and you can get in as low as 3% on a conventional first-time home buyer loan, and you can also, the typical conventional is 5%. You have FHA ones that are 3.5%. So we definitely don't need that big down payment in order to become a first-time homeowner. And the other misconception that I hear out there is my credit score is just not high enough. Well, we see here per FHA, you only need a 580 credit score in order to become a homeowner. Now, my first loan was an FHA loan when I graduated college because it allows for a higher debt to income ratio. What that means is it takes the monthly payment you would have as the mortgage, takes your car payment, any other debt that you have, and it calculates and it says, hey, you can't be over X percentage. And FHA has a higher threshold than the conventional loan does. So therefore, you're able to purchase a house and have that debt to income ratios be higher. The other thing is you're able to get it with a 3.5% down payment and with a much lower credit score. So if your credit score isn't 700 and plus, you're able to take advantage of that FHA loan. And you can take advantage of conventionals in the 600 as well. But really, once you're in the low and mid 600s, I've seen from my clients that usually the FHA loan is their best bet. So it does make home ownership a reality, as you don't need the high down payment. You don't need this extremely high credit score. And the only drawback about the FHA loans is it has this upfront mortgage insurance, and then the mortgage insurance never goes away. So if 5-10 years down the road you're a 20% homeowner, you can't take that mortgage insurance payment out of the monthly payment like you can on a conventional loan. However, if interest rates make sense where they're lower than where you're at, you can always refinance into a conventional loan. Or if you go and buy yourself a bigger house, work on that credit. Now you're going to have some down payment that's in the form of an equity in your current house, and then you're able to take that and buy the second house and have that conventional loan. And like I mentioned, right now it's been a couple of consecutive months with the housing market going down. So definitely watch the other videos. If you need any information about that, give me a call as well. My contact information will be down below. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're notified when new market videos drop as well. And now the third biggest misconception out there, and this one, is that every real estate agent, is going to take you through the transaction. And if they're doing this on the side, or they're just a family member, they're, I'm going to show you a house and I'll take you through it. But they really don't know the steps and can't educate you on all the different things that you can do and how you can become a homeowner. So you need to make sure you find yourself a real estate agent that's knowledgeable about the housing market, knowledgeable about the programs that are available to you in order to make home ownership a reality for you. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. You're notified when new videos are dropped. Do me a favor, hit that like button, help me with the YouTube algorithm, and leave a comment down below of what you would like to see in future videos. That way I can make those for you as well.